Hello everyone, this is Chachi, with me is Maxwell.
Hello.
Welcome back to Ace Combat 3. Last time we finished off the first story thread that I sort of bumbled into unwittingly. We're going to try a slightly more structured pass this time in order to get to one of the other endings. But we have to begin at the beginning, because at the time I didn't make a save file at critical divergence points, so we'll do that.
We didn't really understand at that point.
Didn't
But
have
now
a
we
clue
do.
what was going on.
Yeah. Now we know.
We know about the branches, I still have a fucking clue what's going on.
And now you've got another chance to do that mission that you skipped early in because you decided to.
I was like, man, this plane is much more maneuverable than the other ones, and just
Wait,
like,
you aren't following this person you're supposed to be following. Well, guess you don't want to do that mission.
surprise.
That one was you had to find the secret mission in like the trench run? Or something secret in the trench run. So just, when you get to the trench run level, do what you did.
Good, that narrows it down. Pardon me. Get out of my way.
Here I go. Off to engage.
Gotta fight this guy. We've been hosted. Hello. Thank you for that.
Thank you for the host.
Welcome to Ace Combat 3. I'm in the driver's seat, and I am Tachi. With me is Maxwell doing color commentary and zoo maintenance. Tonight we fly.
Eat.
Tonight that guy...
It's going to eat it. Oh.
Yeah, he decided to do like a big aileron roll instead of actually trying to dodge. Which is, if I'm being honest, that's something that I would have expected from me. That ain't great. I'm not going to smash into the ground this time. I am smart.
Now, did you have any more options having beat a story mission?
It's a good question. I didn't see it.
Like the
I
other...
tried loading the save file that finished the game, and then starting new, but I don't know if that was necessarily the flowchart that I needed to do in order to, like, do New Game Plus. I need to explore that a little bit more when I've got free time.
Yeah.
I wonder what happens if I just shoot these targets down real fast? Like, just ignore the other planes and only bother the bothersome people. Let's see, there's another plane over here on the starboard. There you are.
Get him.
I did. These are more bombers. Above this very point. Came in a little too hot. That's fine. I'm sure the people living down where those missiles impacted will not mind. This probably has it. There.
Yes.
Let's see. Other targets.
There. Reinforcements.
What do you call it?
I mean, it's reinforcements, it's just... They're not going to reinforce anything.
There's not a reason why. There's what to do or die.
Mm-hmm.
Such is the fate of every pawn who takes the board.
Yeah, some pawns end up becoming queens.
That is true. However, glory's fleeting.
True.
I need to slip away from one of those shots.
Mission accomplished.
We did it.
Yay!
Oh, they didn't do let me do my celebratory barnstorm. Oh well. We're in a hurry. We got things to do.
Yeah. We've done the missions, we've flown the planes, now it's time to
We've said all the words.
get through this.
We've done the right rituals. We must see more content. Shut up, Fiona. We know. Shut up, Rena, we know! Go ahead and pop this in file number.
Why not 2?
I thought I had something in save file 2. That's odd.
Maybe because it was only on disk 2.
That doesn't make any sense, but I'm gonna hedge my bets and put it on slot 3 just in case. Check. Okay.
I mean, you had made the save after you were on disk 2, so I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but
memory cards are mysterious. Remember when you had like 4 megabytes of space to put all your save data? Wild. Anyway, we flew the MiG last time, so I'm gonna fly the Typhoon out this time. We gotta break up more of this Newcom general feud going on. Let's see, this is the closest. So we'll start with that target. And again, we're gonna try to go through this fast. Won't really screw around with many of the non-target hostiles. And one wonders exactly how a hostile radar site can be. That's the trick, though, you know, there are multiple ways with which you can defeat an enemy, and destroying their capacity to wage war is often more desirable than destroying them outright. After all, if you plan to hold territory, you'd like to have the territory be in a state that can make you want to hold it. Don't mind me, I'm just flying in a cool and smart way.
Okay, I had to go back to the mission list to refresh my memory. So there's no alterations in this first pack.
Good.
So you just fly, take things out as fast as you want. Nothing will change until the 4th mission. The 4th mission is where you make your first choice.
Not a good time to have analysis paralysis. Next target. Oops, got a little bit trigger happy there. That's fine. Let's go. Pass on this ridge. There's an extra radar sites. Oh, I'm thinking about flying. Something about Ace Combat 3 feels... I'm not quite sure how to put my finger on it. There's something about this game that doesn't quite grasp me in the same way that Ace Combat 2 did, which is a strange thing to say because it's got a pretty unique look. I mean, your airspeed indicator is all animated and zipping around down there.
It doesn't have the flavor that Ace Combat 2 did. I think that's an exchange for the anime everything.
I don't know if that's necessarily fair to say.
But
There is
you
a
know, look at the art of the planes. Like, they look cool, the designs are neat, but the colors are very tame.
I take your point. In Ace Combat 1 and 2, you had fairly bright and beautiful livery, and this is kind of no nonsense by comparison. I think that's probably what I was trying to put my finger on. Did I hit that?
And you don't have a whole lot of options for planes either. You have like 3 choices, and that's all you get for that specific mission. Sometimes you don't even have 3 choices if you get this plane. So you can't really personalize the game to your flight style.
Shine Lucid, hello to you. Welcome.
Welcome.
Glad you could join us. Hope you're enjoying your evening, and I hope you'll enjoy your time with us as we play Ace Combat 3. This is semi-blind. I've finished one loop through the game, got the ending where we teamed up with the brown-haired lady. Fiona, yes, to fight the black-haired lady who is Reyna, and Nightmare Desire, because they were going to upload themselves to the internet and do a terrorism.
Oh, Shine's been watching the VODs.
Well then. So
you know the first story then. There are 5 of them.
Can't believe somebody's done the assigned reading. It's a new feeling. Very glad you decided to join us, though. I'm looking forward to seeing what yields we get out of trying these new paths, because we have gotten little tastes of the fantastic in the first time we went through the game. Maybe we'll get to fly even more interesting planes. I mean, the Orsinus was kind of neat. They painted a bomber like a killer whale. That's cool. That's a look. It was sort of one of the high points. Is hey, they made it look interesting. And granted, that's doing some of the designs in this game a bit of a disservice. They are in ways kind of futuristic and an interesting 90s way. Sort of a divergent evolution that is somewhat analogous to the design ethos that I really enjoy from like the period of aviation ranging from the 1950s to the 1980s, where people just went, does it look fast? yeah. Well, no. Okay, hang on. Put this on it. Okay, now that looks fast. And then they would just fly it and see what happened.
Go faster.
This one, I feel like the design is, can we make it look pretty cool? And that's fine. You don't actually have to worry too much about real-world aerodynamics when you're playing a video game. I appreciate them making the effort. Let's see, we flew the F-18 the last time we got here.
Which, I suppose that comes into play with all the mods that are available for Ace Combat 7.
Oh, you mean like all the custom livery and whatnot? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Enter Zion. Here he comes. Gotta follow this guy. Whoops, too much follow. Oh, I see. It's fine actually. That's not how playing works. That's not how playing works.
Zion. You already finished Paper Tiger?
You know, the fact that I can hold down the triangle button and keep the camera focused on the Zion actually makes him a lot easier to follow.
No, right. This is just a testing thing.
Yeah, it's showing the little prompt saying, hey, you're joining him.
Yeah.
Design, we've already slammed into you twice. Let's not tempt fate. I am keeping up with Dingus. I'm less than 600 meters away from you.
Like, it's probably not safe to keep up more than that. Unless you're actively flying in formation, where everyone knows exactly how you're flying.
Yeah, and it's kind of wild the way even extremely tightly choreographed expert airmen can still do things like slam into each other when they're flying that close together. So, you know, maybe we can, like, ease up on the ego a little bit? Design on it? Can we do that? Can you commit to trying to do that with me? Which is really, that's kind of rich coming from me, who's like, oh, I'm just gonna casually fly within, like, 4 inches of a radar dish. Next up is marksmanship. It is time to kick ass. I need Zion, I gotta go do that. Missiles will not lock. This is training for later this mission, as it turns out. Oops. Overshoot that middle one. And that one. That's fine. We'll just circle around. Go right up behind. It's funny. One of the things I think about a little bit with this game is that it is doing a foray into what eventually becomes a series staple, which is that the person you are playing the role of when you fly the jet is not really the person who's telling the story, and you're getting the story through like little slices of other people's experience. But I honestly sort of feel like this story in particular could have been well served by having an actual protagonist. Or rather, having to play the role of somebody who has like a face and a name and things, because there's an impersonal air that is even more detached and chilly with comparison to how the narrative is going than later installments. You don't really feel like a real person, which I gather it strikes me as an intentional choice, but I just don't know if I'm feeling it.
Yeah, I understand what you mean, because it's like you get talked to, but you have no response at all. While in most of the other ones, you're not really interacted with outside of being mentioned, but it's still an outsider's POV for the most part.
Sometimes people
like, yeah, then that ace, on this team has done this thing. But
well, I mean, to be fair, people do speak to you in like Ace Combat 5, Ace Combat 0, and whatnot. 5, I would say, is probably the closest game to having like hey, you have, they almost give you a name. Like, people talk to you and about you. You have like a sort of a friendship with a couple of people in your squadron.
I was gonna say, like, outside of when you're flying.
Yeah,
like, the cutscenes don't really acknowledge you.
It's
fair. Clear when you're in the air, you are there. Everyone is interacting with you as if you're there. But the cutscenes are just things going on elsewhere.
Yeah. That is true.
While the cutscenes are talking directly to you, but there's not really any interaction with it. It probably would have been stronger if they had just if they had pushed that similar narrative of
which is funny because they didn't actually bother to give you any ability to talk back to people until Ace Combat 5, when you could do things like press left for no and right for yes. I like it because you can talk to a dog.
Spoilers.
Well, I've only given an example. I haven't exactly given context.
Correct.
Just walk right up
Nice.
the road. There we go. Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah, that worked out. Yay. Roll for move. This must be the limit of my skill. How about you shut your friggin' cake hole, buddy? A douche. I think... Paper Tiger should be the next one up?
Yes, it's the fourth one.
So I need to clear Paper Tiger.
And decide whether you're going with a completely new route and go follow Zion, or stick with Rena.
I'm probably going to put off the Zion routes for now, just so we can kind of knock down these last couple of dominoes.
Yeah, and not, like, keep it orderly.
Yeah.
Instead of spreading it out and be like, okay, wait, which one did we pick when we went on this route?
Yeah, it would be a little bit incoherent.
Yeah.
We've been told to sortie. Yeah, that happens.
That is what happens when you are a pilot. Well, specifically a fighter pilot. I don't think commercial airline pilots are asked to sortie.
That would be a hell of a thing. You're out there in your little single-engine Cessna, and somebody's like, "Hey, you got a gun in your cockpit?" Huh?
Wasn't there somebody like that we learned about when we went to the Air Force Base in Hawaii? feel like that sounds familiar. Like there was a female pilot that was just sort of flying somewhere and got caught up in.
So it was a commercial pilot. It might have even just been a pleasure flyer, but they were in a little just civilian aircraft, and like Japanese planes just sort of appeared. They were like, maybe I'll land now.
Like, didn't get caught up in the fighting, but...
Engage.
I think I have to land on the aircraft carrier after this mission. I'll need to remember to keep my nose well up.
You picked that one up pretty quickly. It's sort of actually, now that I think about it, it's sort of surprising how few times they asked you to do that sort of thing. You didn't really land or take off a whole lot.
You generally don't do too many of those, I gather, just so that they don't get stale.
Yeah.
Like, the one game I can think of where you do a lot of taking off and landing is Ace Combat 6. Because in that one, engagements are so large that you tend to run out of munitions and have to resupply. You suggest I keep this save for later. That's a good suggestion. As a matter of fact, that was my intent. Glad to know we're on the same page. I like the cut of your gem.
Yeah, we didn't do it the first time because we didn't
Misses.
didn't really know what this was. This is actually one of the few Ace Combat that Shachi has come into completely blind. So now that we're aware of where the various splits are in the story, the plan is to make save points so that we can skip going over the first couple of stages repeatedly.
Alright, mister. I'm tired of your insolence. Take this.
But there is a lot of stuff in this game. In this version of this game.
Yeah. It's funny, it's sort of a layer cake.
Update target.
Hello. What? What? You just got here. Why are you leaving? Why are you closed?
Bingo.
You're still learning things about this game, even though you are a fan. That's pretty cool. I think that it's nice that the game has that much density of content.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I missed. Cheeky dick. You get back here. Disengage. He's gonna just circle me forever unless I come in on another attack. Well, Delphinus is certainly agile. This up. I sort of go with the ghost there. Okay, where are shoot?
So Shine, how many of the other Ace Combat games have you played?
I guess if they're a fan of this game, they are probably a series veteran. Let's see.
Nice. Good shot.
Almost came in right behind this guy. Just a little bamboozle.
My mind was blown when you took the path where you did the recon mission instead of going to space.
Instead of what?
Yeah, one of the splits will take you to space.
Mission accomplished.
Huh. Interesting.
Let's see, which split was that?
現在作戦遂行中の全規律戦クラークソン代表の停戦交渉により
Now I need to Let's see, Design's over there, Fiona's over here. We're gonna ignore Design for right now.
Oh yeah, so that when you did the first mission after sparing Fiona, because you destroyed all of the radar sites, you stayed on Earth. If you do not destroy all of the radar sites...
Oh yeah, the satellite attack. Okay.
Yeah, you go and attack satellites in space. So that all depends on how much destruction you like to cause, and since you like to...
I really love to blow things up.
Yep. Since you go after all destructible non-targets...
Ooh,
you are way
brakes,
too...
brakes,
way
brakes,
too
brakes,
calm.
brakes, it's fine. It's cool. All these coffin aircraft are STOL. Apparently.
But yeah, there's a lot of places where you have to do some sort of secret thing to get a different path.
Gotta do the old Escondido skedaddle. You want to cool tensions. Well, fat chance of that happening.
So this should be... Okay, you made your decision.
Yeah.
Blinked and I missed it.
Probably a longer conversation if you dither, but I wasn't in the mood to dither. I got places to go, people to see, sound barriers to break, Rubicons to cross.
So I'm guessing... And it's the second... The one that we missed was in the second mission of this path. So... It seems like as long as you follow that spy plane, you should be fine for that one. KCB.
Hello.
Places to go, planes to shoot down, indeed.
Yeah. Puddings to over-egg.
There's a secret thing that gets you to play the F-117.
Oh boy. The flat bottom plane. Makes the rock and roll go around. Okay, we'll do the F-16 then. Heavy machine gun. Go metal slug on them. Oh, the truce is broken. Damn it! This is gonna take forever to fix.
How much glue do we need for that?
Probably a lot. And not the white Elmer's stuff you get for your grade schoolers. No, this is gonna require like proper ceramic cement. Probably a kiln? Damn, man, we're gonna have to rent a whole building. Y'all couldn't just be careful with the truce. I ask you. The rain effect is pretty good here.
A cat jumped up on the shelf that the truce was being kept on, and...
Figures. You know what? Can I target the Zion? Come here, you. No, I can't.
No, he is a friendly. This is the only Ace Combat that Shine moves to display.
Oh, how about that? I'm gonna be honest, I think that Ace Combat, the first, aka Air Combat, it's okay, but it's at this point kind of useful for historical value. It feels a little bit clunky and dated. It does have one or two things that might surprise you, so I say if you give it a shot, it'll probably take you all of an afternoon to get through. Ace Combat 2 feels very, very good. I said it on Twitter, I'll say it again. You could release that exact game, just give like it a graphic glow up, and it would probably still, I'd pay like, I don't know, $30 for it probably. It's a good game. It's a very tight experience.
I mean, that's basically what you did for the 3DS version, so...
Yeah. I will say, if you want the definitive Ace Combat 2 experience, grab the 3DS, grab Ace Combat Assault Horizon Legacy, or the re-release of Assault Horizon Legacy, which was like Assault Horizon Legacy Plus or something. I don't remember the exact subtitle, but they re-released it like 3 years later with some extras. That one's very good. That's a lot of fun.
The question is, which Assault Horizon?
Yeah, so for some reason, they decided to name the 3DS game Assault Horizon Legacy because I guess they were trying to keep a consistent brand message. The 3DS game plays nothing like Assault Horizon for Xbox 360 and PC. It's actually just a remake of Ace Combat 2, and it's a really good one.
Yeah, Assault Horizon itself varied dramatically from the actual Ace Combats, and really doesn't deserve to be lumped in with the rest of them because of how drastically it changed.
I'll say this. The people who were handling the graphics and the people who were handling the soundtrack, they showed up and they did their work. It looks great and the music is awesome as usual, but I just didn't truck with the idea of having iron sights for a plane. Sometimes there are trends you should not chase, and that's why it took them so long to give us Ace Combat 7, because it sort of got grumped a little bit by that whole Assault Horizon debacle.
Yeah, so that's the only one in the series that is like that. I say that. I don't know how the PSP ones are, but the numeric line?
Assault Horizon, just full stop, no subtitle, that's the only game of its kind in the entire series, and there's a reason they didn't go back.
Yeah. So if you play any of the 1 through, or actually 0 through 7 line, they're going to be more like this.
I'll say this, the quote-unquote more realistic thing falls apart when you realize that when you go into dogfight mode with an enemy plane, you sort of follow it around like you're on a roller coaster, and there's neat set pieces like, factory smokestacks are falling over and you're just barely dodging them. You can dump 40 or 50 missiles into the plane you're chasing, and until it's time for that plane to actually get shot down, you don't do any damage to it. You can dump an entire small boat's worth of Vulcan cannon ammunition into the damn thing, and any number of oil splatters and metal fragments will fly off, but you won't shoot it down. So realistic the game ain't.
No. That one had you scared that they weren't going to do any more Ace Combat games for quite some time.
Yeah, because the game ate shit in terms of sales, and it took them a lot of money to make comparatively.
But then they came back with Ace Combat 7, and hopefully they've learned from their mistakes.
I'm going to fly the Stereozoa again this time. I think that it served me well.
You can definitely recommend Ace Combat 7. It goes on sale pretty frequently on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
So if you play on, if you have a Steam account, keep an eye on that one. Because if you didn't like Assault Horizon, you will probably like the mainline games. They are much more free.
They feel like this game, but better, which is nice. I don't want to target Rhino, I want to target that area. I will follow you. Ever since you touched my hand, I knew there isn't an ocean too deep, a mountain too high or too steep. Destiny.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that if you get off track, it goes to there'll be a different goal of the mission, but following it is what will unlock the one that we skipped last time.
Want that.
So don't let it fake you out.
I will not be faked.
You weren't faked the first time.
I will not be denied.
Hey, you're flying too high.
I could just swat him right here,
but he's a neutral target. You don't want to swat.
Yeah, he's taking me somewhere good. Yeah, the game does feel pretty surreal. Somebody jokingly told me once that this is the game they made right after the entire dev team got done watching Ghost in the Shell. It kind of does feel like that.
Yeah, that is not how the normal Ace Combat series is.
I don't know. It's not like this is probably the least grounded of all the games, but they all have some pretty goofy shit going on. I mean, you've seen me play them.
I know.
Without giving too much away, they get a little wild.
I know. I'm just saying. Shine Lucid says that Assault Horizon does not have flight combat like this.
That's true.
So, just saying that all the other games in the series, aside from Assault Horizon, are like this.
I think we've made our point. There's no need to proselytize. Alright, now I think this is where he goes wide, and then, he hooks in. He does a little cheeky maneuver, but we're too smart for him.
Trying to lose you.
No, sir.
Not gonna happen.
I will not be denied. You will lead me to those you have kidnapped.
What?
I don't know. I've been rereading Unsounded.
Very good webcomic. If you've never heard of it or never read it, can recommend. It's an excellent fantasy webcomic.
It is, however, not safe for work.
Very not safe for work.
Don't read it while you're on the clock.
Well, not very not safe for work. There's not a lot of like sexual content or things. Just nudity,
Yeah, I mean,
childishness.
there's violence and there's nudity, and people
Yeah.
don't tend to like that when you're on the clock.
Yeah.
People do not want to see a boob. Just don't scrape the wall. I'll say this, the Asterozoa doesn't go places in a hurry.
I can kind of see that. A little bit of cyberpunkish.
The one thing I'll say is that the punk suffix style of fiction, I feel like generally demands some level of fairly direct class consciousness, and this one, there's some of that, because they talk about like corporations that have gotten so big that they don't have to adhere to things like, the rights and ideals of decency that are that sort of come along with the social contract you have in traditional governments. But you're still a little bit detached from it, except on a sort of conceptual level. And when I say class, I mean like social stratification. But yeah, I mean, cyberpunk fiction pieces often do have things like they have, literal automatons, sometimes intelligent, some not, or at least dubiously so, stand in for lower classes or like racial minorities and things. So yeah, there's some cyberpunk here. It's not like majorly so, but it's there. Yeah, we got sublimated beings going on. Alright, oh right, I don't actually do anything here. I'm just flying on a straight line until...
you go out with her, the next mission.
Yeah,
oh.
Reyna will talk at me for a second. Okay, there we go. And we go along this way. That's not a very complicated path it led us on. Aside from that one attempted juke, we didn't really do a whole lot of weaving.
Yeah. I wonder what would happen if you go to one of those other two ends of the paths.
That's a good question. I still don't understand how that mission was rehabbed for Reyna. I guess it's anime amnesia. I'm not going to try to make sense of it.
Yeah.
We gotta proceed. Now this time I have to remember not to just go, ooh boy, I'm just
flying.
shoot off into the wild blue yonder and leave Reyna in the dust. This time shall be different.
Pictures.
I skipped this scene by accident, so I'm gonna let it play out.
Was it this one you skipped?
I don't remember this scene. I either skipped it or I went to the bathroom. Oh good, she had the crazy person smile. That's definitely somebody we want to throw our lot in with.
General resource. Doe Development Facility. Sound data missing.
Yeah, I think we saw that one.
And this is the thing where she says this is supposed to be a secret, don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
So we know that.
Yeah,
we're gonna do our night flight. I'm gonna be,
Come with me if you want to fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna be extra sure and drop one more save to make sure I don't bungle this somehow. Because I've tripped backwards into story paths before. There we go. No clearance. Have clearance. Alright, now we follow Reyna and we do the thing. Let's see. We'll fly the Delphinus.
Hey, Sabrina.
Some of the Ace combats are longer than others. This one, in terms of vertical distance, I would say is not super long. However, it is very broad. There are 5 endings and a lot of branches to get there, which was a surprise to me.
Take off.
But that explains why the, international version
Yeah.
was much shorter. Like, it amazed me when Chachi said that, like, 3/4 of the content was cut for the international version. I'm imagining it just stuck with one story path in that one, while
That is the case, yeah. There may have been 2, I don't quite remember. The point is that it had a very troubled development cycle due to like production shortfalls and whatnot.
Yeah, so much replayability.
Alright, so we gotta stay near Reyna. Oops.
Too close, too close!
Reyna, I do not consent to this. Also, why are you... Oh.
So there's
It's another
no,
one of those really... okay.
there's no collision with...
The data points to this spot. Now there's another F-117. Guess I'll go pop them on.
recon planes.
Yes. We merged. We became as gods. Is that what it... No, it was... The thing from the opening cinematic of Xenogears was, you shall be as gods. Which I gather had some sort of story significance. I keep falling off of Xenogears really hard when I get to Disc 2, because... Boy. There's another game that had some troubled development, and it sort of shows. You know, a lot of text dump, as it were, or cutscene dump. Yeah, I think... Missed with that one, okay.
Who's there?
Hey, you! Get off of my cloud. Damn it, you come back here. Oh, they're fighting over who gets to have the best toy. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do with these fractious children?
Little babies.
And...
Why are you always like this? God, it's like they're siblings.
I imagine they were both part of some secret project. Zion got all the dominant genes, and Reyna got all the recessive ones.
I get it. Reyna got the ones that make her allergic to sunlight.
Speaking of games that have plots which are basically a dog's breakfast, Metal Gear Solid. And don't get me wrong, I think Metal Gear Solid is pretty neat, but oh boy! Turns out they didn't really know a lot about, like, genetics, for example. Who's out here? Who gets a spanking? Ah. Hornets.
Coming in fast.
Yep, I'm gonna let them pass over me and come around behind. He slipped out. Good job, that man. Oh, he did that thing they always do. Alright, I gotta stop stalling. There we go. Let's see. Where are you headed? There's a fair couple of them. Reyna, you feel like getting in this mix at all?
No. She's too busy having a mind fight with Zion.
Is she actually having a mind fight, or are they just yelling at each other?
No,
over the car?
mine. M-I-N-E.
Oh, I see.
Mine. No, mine.
Both tugging on the same dolly.
Yeah.
They're gonna be real sad when it rips asunder.
These guys are dodgy.
They're really making me work for this. Let's see. Maybe I'll try to bother someone else for a minute. That guy's off by his lonesome.
You.
Maybe I do that. I do the thing where you target, like, the elderly, the sickly, the weak, the young. You know, the things, the animals in a herd that predators go for. And then you just, that's how you make it go. That guy was by himself, he was isolated and had no support. Therefore, he was a right target. This one... him dodged some. Well, at least I clipped him. So, let's... come on here. Okay.
Bullseye.
He gave up the ghost pretty fast, so that's handy. This one I predict will not hit.
Oh, direct hit though.
I should have gone in a little bit more on that. Oh well. Oops. Oh,
Bingo.
that was one of the ones that I had popped previously.
Caution. Stall.
You are turning into my line of fire for some reason I'm not
Bullseye.
able to fully discern. So that's fine. This guy is trying to trick me into smashing into the ground. That's a fair play, actually. That's clever. It's almost like you know me, sir. You know, buddy, you've had like a solid 10 seconds where you can shoot me. This what happens next is really on you at this point. Just leaving? What are you doing? You're not gonna like capture that hangar in a jet. You're not equipped for that. You need like infantry or an AMV at least. They probably got on-premise security with guns and stuff. You're like one dude, and you may have a holdout pistol, depending on whether or not whoever you work for gives its pilots guns.
Bullseye.
Most militaries tend to, though. You want some way to defend yourself from, for example, like wild animals, enemy soldiers, stuff like that. Anything can happen when you have to crash land or bail out.
Bullseye.
I don't know, this game is fairly sci-fi is the thing. Like, all the planes have these weird, fully enclosed cockpits, and you're getting everything fed to you through like
Yeah,
holographic
Shine's
and
saying
stuff.
that they thought that the series would continue to go more sci-fi.
Oh, I totally parsed that wrong. I thought he said the game. I just filled in the word game for some reason. It's been a long way. Pardon me.
Yeah, the series does not really go as hard on the sci-fi.
That depends on who you ask and what games you've played, because there is this little thread of sci-fi weirdness going through the whole thing, and it became a lot more obvious in Ace Combat 7. Of course, we'll explore that when we get there, but suffice to say that there's some sus science going on. Alright, just settle onto this tarmac like a tiny rain cloud.
Nice landing.
Like Chachi said earlier, this one we were told that this one was actually inspired by the dev team.
No,
like,
that's a gag. I don't
Oh,
think
oh.
I don't.
I mean, it feels very Ghost in the Shell, really. So I could absolutely believe it.
Okay, now we didn't see this conversation, so I'm going to avoid skipping it.
ただ私に似ているあなたなら分かってくれるって
You wanted me to understand the plane?
今
Flying?
回の件フライトレコーダーから
Can
あな
you
たの
give
行
me a
動を
little
すべて
bit of context? Because there's a lot of stuff that happened.
だから忘れてくださいそれから報
Okay,
告書は
I will believe that this is the same animation studio that does
Yeah.
sort of track. There's a similar sort of weight to the lines, and the lighting in some of these scenes is reminiscent. So yeah, I'm willing to believe there's that connection.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty cool. I'm learning things along with you and you.
Yes.
Alright.
Now we're back into the line that you were doing.
Was this before Rogue Squadron? That's a good question. I don't remember when Rogue Squadron released.
Remember, you have to go through this text.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. Star Wars Rogue Squadron released in 1998.
Electrosphere released 1999.
Pretty close.
So they were being developed at the same time. Probably.
Let's see, I think this is the mission where... No, I think I'm one more out from...
No, This is the choice mission. So another... You'll want to start making different... or you'll want to make a different save point.
Is this a mission where I can choose whether or not I want to shoot down
Fiona? Yeah.
Okay, well. The one with the fuel tanks I'm thinking of is right after this one. That's what it is. We're getting there, little by little. Right. I think I'm going to stick on the Fiona route for this one. And then we will...
And inside with her sister instead of with Fiona.
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, so because you did not go with Reno last time, you did the mission with the airship, where you had to take out the chimneys. So that one got skipped because you did do the mission with her this time. So it's a one or the other thing.
To be honest, I think the airship mission was a little bit more interesting. Like, I'm not going to object to playing the game more, but practically speaking, all we did was some light dogfighting.
Yeah.
Alright, speaking of which, time to come to grips.
Engage.
Alright, you rascals. I'm gonna get you. Switch my camera a little bit for something to do while we... There you are. Okay, you're on the scope. Time to kick butt. Missed him. You lucky tyke. I just realized, I think that Eric may be voiced by Nobuyuki Hirano. I think that's his name? Same voice actor as, oh boy, Link from Ocarina of Time, plays a little nightmare in Soul Calibur. I think he was viral in Gurren Lagann. He plays Date Masamune in the Koei Samurai Warriors games.
What did you say the name was?
Nobuyuki Hirano?
Somebody named Soichiro Hoshi.
Okay. Not, in fact, the person I was thinking of. What? Mayday? Oh, I forgot to do the thing. Is that good? No, it's not. As a matter of fact, I forgot about escort. I was just thinking about fighting.
Too busy thinking about voice actors.
I wanted to punch people and talk about voice acting, apparently. That's fine, it happens. This time she'll be different.
Soichiro Hoshi was Goro Akechi in Persona 5 Royal. And
way to make me not care.
I know. It's the first one that showed up. Butts in World of Final Fantasy.
Nice.
Yukimura Sanada and Sengoku Basara.
That
ゼ
makes
ネラル機が
sense.
複数接近しつつある。直ちに迎撃態勢を取れ。
そうこうやってゼネラルにはしっかりバレバレじゃねえか。
何なの？
ウィージャングかよ。
A lot of things I'm not
ウィ
familiar with.
ー気をつけろ。
Akira Yamada, Dynasty Warrior Gundam 3.
Warning.
He was probably the voice actor for Kira Yamato in the actual... I think that name is from Gundam Seed? They tend to like to have their voice actors
Yeah.
be pretty consistent across properties if possible.
He's got a pretty big,
Oh yeah, like he's got a big catalog. I just you said Persona 5, I started tuning out rather. Which Ace Combat games have I played? Well, I'm playing this one right now. I wouldn't say that I full cleared it, but we're getting on it. I've played Air Combat, Ace Combat 2, Ace Combat 4, 5, and 0, Ace Combat 6, Ace Combat Assault Horizon Legacy, and Ace Combat 7.
basically, before this stream right now, he did basically every mainline Ace Combat aside, or every mainline one, and has not played this one or the two PSP ones. But this is one of Chachi's favorite series, so he's been playing it for quite some time.
Yeah, it is the 25th anniversary of the series, after all. Gotta represent, gotta bring it to the people.
Ah, this one will be for some fans of the show. He is Enrique in Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah, how about that?
Caution. Stall.
I know you're back there, you bastard. Don't try to shoot
And his first job was Ryu in Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo.
me. Nice. Nice.
Any other voice actors you're curious about?
Oh. None of them have really stood out to me so far.
Mission
What do I
accomplished.
like about the series? Well, I'm sort of a born-again plane buff. I was very into them when I was small. So military aircraft were sort of fascinating to me in general. I wouldn't say that the series'
目標に接近します。
extreme attention to detail is necessarily what draws me, because if we're being honest, this doesn't play much like an actual flight simulator. Things are very abstracted for an arcadey feel. But honestly, I like that. It sort of frees you up to do things like take in the atmosphere, appreciate, little touches in the games, do really silly, dangerous maneuvers, and still sort of soak up some of the story. The stories in these games, I don't know if are strong from a narrative standpoint, but I'm a big fan of the care that went into developing this sort of parallel Earth,
命令を優
where
先します。
things are similar to the real world but different. And I just it just sort of grabbed me. I guess it was at a point in my life where I was looking for something like this, and I just sort of hit it off. It's to me a pleasingly constructed universe. Yeah, that thing you just said. Okay, so now I need to not let Fiona get shot down. Stop it.
命令違反。
One thing you need to know about Chachi, he doesn't really care much about storytelling. It's mostly gameplay and world building.
I object. I love a well-told story. The thing is video games as a medium are still very young compared to literature, poetry, stuff like that, oral tradition. So they have a ways to go yet in terms of storytelling, and it's not necessarily like bad that their stories are not amazing Homeric epics or something, but I tend to sort of look askance at a claim that a game has a really amazing story until I've had a chance to experience it for myself. And a lot of games that claim to have really good stories don't. They don't. Yeah, that's a mid-air refuel, that counts.
Yes.
Just bring it on over, would you? It's fine. The game is very indulgent, that's kind of it.
But if you are not a fan of a story, you were very quick to make that clear.
I know what I like. And like the man says, you don't have to be a chef to know when something tastes bad. But that's fine. You know, the stories in Ace Combat are not great, but the gameplay certainly makes up for it.
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of games that I like that have stories that are not very good. I say,
Disc
as
2.
Hmm?
Disc
Oh
2.
yeah, I do have to swap discs. Oh, I guess I'd better do that. Okay.
We could keep talking, but there's game.
I was looking over at my big collection of Dynasty Warriors games. And going, yeah, that's a series with a great story. It's based on a great story, but the storytelling in those, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right. Disc eject.
But the Romance of the Three Kingdoms is an excellent story, or has excellent stories within it. There's a lot of little stories that make it up, really.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, that's history, really.
Now, am I in the right disc? Let me check here. What disc am I in? I can't remember.
I don't remember how you did this.
Yeah, me either.
I think you had to eject, then select disc 2.
That sounds correct.
Current disc index 1.
Yeah, so I move the disc. Right, so I have to
Eject the disc.
highlight this, move the disc index. Current disc index. Change the thing.
There isn't another one to select. You have to.
I could swear I told this thing to eject. How did I do this? Alright. And disk eject toggle. Well, now the disk tray is closed. Okay, drive is open. And now I do a thing. Can you do a little bit of Googling while I work on this? I keep forgetting you have to swap discs in this game. It's something you don't do in any other Ace Combat game. Let's see. I'm looking.
Go disk control.
Go.
Insert disk.
I mean, that's gonna stick disk 1 back in. I have to change the disk index.
Ah.
All right.
Like.
Load new disk. Here we go.
Yeah,
That's
there.
what it was. You have to have the lid shut and then load the disk, which, you know,
Appended disk.
fine, I guess.
And now you have to swap it over.
Disk eject toggle. Now that opened it. Now I close it. No. Close it. Come on, you fiddly ass mouse. There we go. All right. Then, come on. There we go. New disk. Disk 2. Then I back up to disk control. I think I have it now. I'm gonna go ahead and run. Or I can make the game eat shit. Alright, well, RetroArch got a little mad.
It's rebooting.
Maybe this is for the best. Oh no, we saw how the sausage was made. Oh dear. Oh gosh.
Swapping discs in RetroArch is complex.
Alright. Slot 1. This way we'll just, it's like we're turning it on with disk 2 and tray. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. There's no data. Use my data, you bastard.
If you probably have to. Yeah, so that confirms that the save data. At least that save data didn't carry over between discs.
Yeah, Beetle PSX is doing a decent job. It's mostly just the front end that's a little kludgy. Okay. Load new disk. Disk 1. We will reset the software. And then I guess we might have to do that mission again?
Yeah, probably.
We shall see if Data has survived. No, Data apparently just popped its claws. That's
Oh, jeez.
okay. Well,
Well,
that's
no.
disheartening.
No, because this is still disc 2. Swap it back to disc 1.
We'll swap it back to this one.
Well, let's see, your disc 2 save files.
Alright. Current disk index. Well, at least both disks are showing up now, so that's a start. Go ahead and reset. And yeah, we'll probably have to replay that mission, which didn't take too long.
Yeah.
The what in the chat, I'm guessing, is asking what I mean by the front end. So RetroArch, like BizHawk and a couple of other applications, is it's a front end through which you sort of
you
load
might have saved
emulation
after the
cores.
mission.
I'm sort of hoping that I did, is the thing. That would be a little frustrating. Yeah, I think...
Are you on? Because when we booted up the game, it did not have the second file here.
Okay. I think what we'll do is we'll just unload the content and come in fresh. No, I'm not pressing escape. I'm pressing F1. God. Please stand by. Yeah, we shouldn't be, but other things could be amiss.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
the mic's working. It's just it's being fussy. Well, what to do about this? I guess we'll just have to take it once more around the Wiggler. Because I don't see how this is salvageable. In case something got silly and the memory card went to slot 2. Maybe I have a different memory card or something. Who knows? It's the wide world of disk-based system emulation. I did make this work last time, but last time I don't think there was quite as much a cock-up in the middle. Let's see.
Load state, maybe? No, we didn't use save
Yeah,
states.
I didn't have any states saved. Memory cards. Is that perhaps out here? No, it's not. It's funny how I sort of blundered into success the first time, and now I'm having trouble with it. It's very puzzling. Rewind support is off, so I can't rely on that. Yeah, I don't believe the save is bound to the disk. I don't think that's a thing.
Then where did that second save come from?
Remember last session when we were trying to do a bunch of damage?
Yeah, I know that, but it wasn't there when we started this session.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, but let's go ahead and follow this further. So what do you think our steps of recourse are?
Don't have the slightest. This is completely alien to me. I'm pretty sure that when you boot it up, you check to see if there was something in slot 2, or not slot 2, in memory card slot 1, second space for this game, and there was nothing. But I think what we should do is just...
Yeah, the first thing I found on Google is, hey, it crashed, deleted my SRM file, and made a new one. So I think that probably we're just sort of up the creek. It happens. Those are the saves for the last playthrough. Yes, correct. What a terrible curse. I'll have to play more Ace Combat.
業務連絡を口頭で伝えます。正式な書面は追って伝送されます。ユーピを所属。
Alright, mission 1. Maybe we can speedrun this. Probably the case that I needed to pre-bake this a little bit by like creating a key list, and then you can just tell Retrarch to like go to the next thing in queue. Allegedly, from what I'm reading, but who knows? We'll find out together.
The Googling I'm doing is saying it is tied to the disk.
If it is, then something has gone very wrong because the saves are not there anymore. run, I did. Yes, it was. Okay. Next bombers. Pick on this guy all out here on his lonesome. I think there were some reinforcements. There they are.
増援部隊の敵
The other corner. Well,
迎撃態勢を取れ
Update target.
no, I don't feel like fighting that guy. See you later.
Bye.
We've got a task ahead of us, and that task is to retrace my steps. Yucky, come on. Oh, there we go. The afterburner looks pretty good, at least.
Caution. Stall.
Oh, he slipped away. Maybe this one? No. Excuse me. Alright, there's no need to be bashful.
Caution. Stall. Caution. Stall.
There we go.
Bullseye. Mission
It
accomplished.
worked out. Yay. Alright, we'll just skip through all of this because we've already seen it. Right. This one, yes. We're not particularly interested. We have got places to go. We're going to Waiapolo.
本日
And Waiapolo? Well, because your business has a dress code. Waiapolo sounds vaguely Polynesian.
Engage.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like something you'd expect from like a Hawaiian island or something.
Or like a short borough or something.
Yeah.
But borough as in like a municipal subdivision, not like, hey, we found this animal den in Hawaii.
Bullseye.
You gotta have a little fun playing a video game.
Bullseye. Bullseye.
Friend off by himself. Yeah, this plane is really cooking. I think that I believe that the airspeed and altitude meters are in metric. I don't think I'm actually going 2,000 miles per hour. I think this is more along the lines of like 1,800 miles per hour, which is pretty damn fast. That's like, it's over twice the speed of sound, but we're not, I don't think we're like up in the Mach 2, Mach like 3 or 4 range. Let's see. And yep, we're just there in the south.
作戦の成功を確認。引き続き河口部周辺の施設を相当せよ。
Update
Let's
target.
see. I think bridge first. Nice bridge. I can hit it flying upside down. Oh. Oh well, I missed. It was fun to try. Oops, that's gonna hit the bridge. Dang it.
Missile got dizzy.
That base is just fairly securely nestled, that's all. It's almost like they picked that location on purpose. I think that one wanted 2 missiles. This one... It's got sort of the same thing going. I'm gonna go bother these other radar installations first, and then we'll come to the base at a later date. The date will be today, just not right now. Whoops.
Woo!
I did the thing again. Left my landing gear on the ground. Oh jeez. Gonna have to bail out. People are gonna put the silly hat on me.
Bullseye. Mission accomplished.
Very good at these first couple of missions. Someday I will be number 500 on the Ace Combat 3 speed run leaderboard. Blah blah blah. NGO peacekeeping organization, same as it ever was. Got one more mission and then we do the thing.
Yeah, it's 4 missions in the first.
Gotta shoot the containers.
Gotta follow design. That name's so dumb.
This is what happens. It's a logical extension of people, like, legally changing their name to Optimus Prime to get this stuff. Hello. Zion is, I believe, flying an F-15. Yeah, there it is. Oh, there he goes. Let me just sort of fly around a bit. Ooh, dizziness warning at home. Oh boy. That crate he's driving really has good pickup. Yeah, it is sort of fun to chase him around. Alright. Marksmanship. Let's see. What I'll do is try to get a good angle on these and line them up. I think that'll work.
実力を見せてみろ 推力に頼るな
Round targets. And then things get goofy.
勘ではなくハンドからマニューバーを読み取れ
I'm going a little slower than I was the last time I went through this, like 20, 30 minutes ago. Quite recall. Oh, right. They actually just they reassign you to a place. Or no, okay. They do that little interstitial scene without putting you sort of back on the level. It's different from what I remember. Oh, 101s are kind of tough. I think I got that guy with both missiles. What did I miss with one? Might have been that. 201s. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I missed with one. That's fine. Looking this out here. That's another attacker. You. That's it for him. Now I should be able to take on the attackers. Second verse, same as the first. String them up. At the front of the line now. Not a problem. Easy every time. Much easier than the one in Ace Combat 2. Or rather, the Ace Combat 2 remake. Whew, boy. The container drop mission in that one is brutal. They don't put them in a nice line for you. They sort of drop them in... How do I describe it? It's almost sort of a double helix, and just you have a lot of fighters trying to get you at the same time. It's a real chore. Or rather, it's a real undertaking. It feels pretty good when you get it, but man, it's tense. Alright. We've entered Desion. Now we will exit Desion.
Eric sort of disappeared, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't really know what he was up to. Let's see, Paper Tiger...
I'm guessing he'll probably be the story if you continue... If you kill Fiona and continue.
That makes sense. Although, honestly, I don't know why he would. Like, he's the person who's going, hey, don't shoot down Fiona.
Yeah,
she's our friend.
Yeah, that's what confused me, because it's like... It seemed like he would join you, but he just sort of vanished.
Maybe he quit in disgust. Or maybe he was one of the people who defected shortly after. whiffed on that one. Whatever. We'll just... That's to lull him into a false sense of security. Yeah, that's...
make him think he's hot shit.
Yeah, these night flights are a little muddy when you're away from land. Everything sort of looks the same after a while. You can only tell which way is up by sometimes the lighting and sometimes just, you know, how gravity acts on your plane. For example, a plane like this, I'll sort of tend down a little bit. Hey, now you don't do that. Let's see, carrier. Don't think that's... No, got him. Okay, and then... There they are.
A way to show off what Shine Lucid was just talking about. I mean, if you hit the convoy carrier, all the targets on the ship blow up as well.
True. In games that are score attack oriented, like Ace Combat 4, for example, has a lot of missions where you want to destroy as many individual enemy objects as possible. You generally want to try to sort of strip off their guns one by one before you sink the whole vessel, because you don't get bonus points for doing it all in one go. Let's see. We've got the scope a little wide there. There we are. That's the one I wanted. Can I get him? Yes. And she stands alone. Oh wow, I really was not expecting that to hit. These orthogonal attacks are often not fruitful.
Now here's where you want to save.
Mm-hmm. I say, piss on you, Desion, and your doofy haircut. I have decided. Goodbye, everybody. I'm out of here.
And it's like, no, you're a pilot for us. Or is that Fiona?
That's Fiona.
Okay.
Reyna is the designated character who has very little personality.
Yeah.
Her personality is, I kind of got quiet for a while, and then I turned into a robot. Can you tell a difference? And everybody goes, no.
We'll get to Design's path eventually.
Yeah.
Right now, we just sort of want to take it to sort of working backwards from the path that we took for the first story.
Yeah. We're going to do all 5 in our time. So let's see. Oh well. Race through this next mission. Is this the chase? Maybe we can't race through that one.
No, there's one before the chase.
Okay. Slot 4. What I might do is see if making a save state can pull my fat out of the fire if something happens again. At the very least, I would be able to, in my own time, come back to it and get the disc swapping right. Anyway, broken truce, blah blah blah. We will now inflict pain on them. Just stand on the gas. It bears repeating that I really do think that this particular rain effect is nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
Keith over there. No Keith. We will not be engaging with you at this time. Successfully joust this nerd? I don't think so. Especially since he seems to have turned away. You chicken shit. You're gonna get the fate that you deserve. Yeah. It's definitely a good-looking game, and that's always a point in a flight sim's behavior. Good grief, favor, I should say. Hey, somebody actually bothered to try to lock on to me. Good job. I'm proud of you guys. Not bad. I feel like a lot of the designs in this game would really be done a pretty solid service by revisiting them somehow. And I gather that... I know that the free update for Ace Combat 7 added some crap from older games, but I don't know if any of the ones from 3 were in it. I remember one of the PlayStation Portable releases got a game in. I think the Shinden 2 was from Joint Assault? That rings a bell. I'm working on secondhand information, of course, since I haven't gotten there yet. But I'm gonna. Gonna play it. Have a grand old time, hoot and holler about planes. I hesitated too long in that firing solution. Perhaps we can review it. Let's do that thing again. Let's see, reinforcements were over there. Mostly pointing the right direction, that's handy. Oh yeah, there are definitely plenty of Ace Combat 3 paint schemes and whatnot available for Ace Combat 7. In terms of actual plane models, I don't remember. Maybe the Delphinus got a release? I don't remember. I'll have to look it up and put it in the Discord later. I'm just waiting for him to give me back the damn J35. That's all I'm asking for. The only thing I want... You understand, don't you, Mr. Bomber? Mr. B1?
Wouldn't you rather be in a J35?
Whatever you say, just don't shoot me.
No.
Sadly, that's not on the table. Somebody can get beat up.
Somewhat related to our conversation about Punk earlier, I just found a thing that I was thinking of, but couldn't remember where I had seen it. But the concept of Punk, simplified, is Punk is whatever makes you happy that irritates people who are used to having total control.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Because the person who describes it is me at 16. Punk means dressing in raggedy, safety-pin clothes and listening to music loud because everyone can F off. Me now. Punk is letting dandelions completely take over your front yard because the bees like them and landlords hate it.
Yeah, it is kind of like that.
Punk in steampunk or cyberpunk is rebellion against the status quo and the people in control of it.
Here's the thing where I follow the F-117.
Which is what makes things different between a steampunk aesthetic and being actually steampunk or cyberpunk. It's like you actually have to have a punk for it to fully qualify.
Yeah, otherwise it's like you've got Victorian England and people have glued, cogwheels to their hats.
Yeah. There's got to be an element of rebellion.
Stop talking. It's time to fly. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Oh boy. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry.
Are you saying you're Santa Claus? Are you coming to get them?
If I'm being honest, I'm not jolly or heavy enough for Father Christmas. I also do not have all white hair and a big beard. So. I am, however, very close to the ground. Well, the Wasser. Yeah. I finally caught up to him. I can sort of wave, like, hello.
Hi.
Take his picture.
I see you.
You want to race? It'll be like Diddy Kong Racing. It'll be great.
Slow down.
Take me to your leader.
Or the other one. We were watching Danny play it for a while.
Sonic Team Racing?
Sonic Team Racing. That's the one. Yeah, bizarrely, we do not want to go fast as hell for this mission. Just feels wrong, you know?
Yeah, but you know that you can go.
Where are you going?
Hold on.
I mean, you want the left.
Huh.
Did you take him out?
No, he's going right this time for some reason. That's weird.
Huh.
Hold down.
Maybe it's random what direction he takes you, or he, like, tries to throw you off the trail if you get too close? Interesting.
Well, let's just continue heading on to. It's been on the left side.
We'll see if it's consistent. It'd be interesting if not.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, you can sort of tilt the camera around with the stick. That's handy. Get an idea of how close I am to the cliff. Speedrunners reset in this part a lot. I believe that.
Yeah.
I definitely believe it.
Hold on.
Nah, that guy's fine.
Yeah.
He didn't do nothing to me. Aside from being my airspace.
How dare.
Yeah, I'll get him later. Gotta do my chores first. Should be one more left turn here.
Yep.
If it is the same location every time. Yeah, this is a very... It's fun because you're basically just looking at water and sheer cliffs, but the reflective water effect is really nice. The occasional texture pop out. Well, that's the PlayStation. What are you gonna do? It's fine. This was 1999? 7? Some number in between 1995 and 2000.
Yeah.
I'm having a senior moment.
Oh, we said this was 99.
Yeah. That's the
Ooh, really low.
lower. Secret base? Yes, no, maybe so.
Looks like he's heading to the right this time.
Yeah,
so.
we didn't get any notice that there's a base, so yep, it's just a big empty expanse of water.
Interesting.
Huh, so I guess you don't want to follow him that closely. Oh well. We'll just restart that. What? What?
You could, unless you want to do the mission with her again, I don't think you need to follow him all the way.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So can I just shoot him down?
I'm not sure, but
Hold on.
let's see.
So
Back up.
Is there indeed
Yeah.
a
If you do
way?
not discover the secret base in Ghost of the Past, you get another mission. So.
Then I think we'll wait to him here. I don't know. Maybe I'll just speed up.
Caution. Hold on.
I'm pretty damn low.
Yeah, no, it's kind of hard to get much lower than that. You're in the 20s.
I definitely believe Shy and Lucid. That's a thing in other games. Yeah, I was looking down and I just couldn't quite get it to work. I don't know if I was not going fast enough or something. Yeah, it's up. It's down. Hello, there I am. Going this way this time. Yeah, I'll just follow him. Honestly, I don't know what the other criteria is for finishing the mission, so I'm just gonna stick with what I know.
That's fine. I would imagine it just goes, nothing to be found here, oh well, mission over.
See, he leaves awake, so I'm pretty sure we can as well. Maybe it's just, I didn't quite have the camera at the right angle.
Yeah, you weren't looking really behind me.
That's what it was. I gotta click the right stick in.
This is not the place to do it.
What do you mean?
Too many curves.
It's fine. What are you talking about? Well, there we go. Yay! We did it. Good job, everybody.
Yay!
Oh, now you stop that. I missed. Whatever. He gets the point. That guy's gonna outrun me if I don't start paying attention.
You can still see what's packing it down.
Yeah. Sometimes in missions like these, if they get too far ahead of you, you just lose. I don't think that's the case here, since if he doesn't end up leading you to the thing, as you say, there's another mission. But I don't wanna look any sillier than I already am. Believe me, folks, I look pretty silly. Yep. Appreciate that. Pull back down. We are. Didn't even get an altitude warning. If we're being honest, on a more contemporary game, I think I would have crashed there. You are going where? Donate. Sir? Where do you walk to, Miss Grant?
Behind?
He's going up this path.
Ah.
You did a big fake. Follow the magic thing.
After 3 locations get randomly chosen at the beginning of the level. It was just by circumstance that your second run was the same as the first one.
Should have bought a lottery ticket. Alright. Nice high-speed, low approach. You pull up. You ever think about that? There goes the F-117 again. Did I really not hit the base? I thought I fired a missile right at it. Whatever. I'll come back around for it in a moment here. That's a clip. You don't want that. That's bad for Chachi's. Dadgummit.
Yeah, you gotta get.
I gotta rethink the angle of the dangle on that one. Let's see. This should work. This is fairly open. Yeah, this will work. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
That probably should have killed me too, but whatever.
At least it's not like Ace Combat 2, where the mission, where the game continues somewhat after the mission completes.
And you can smack into a freaking cliff.
You can smack into a cliff and game over during the mission complete.
Oh, I got bamboozled. Big time. Got completely hacked. Alright. We'll start to run down the clock here. Might have to end the stream on a cliffhanger. Can we figure out disc swapping? Oh. Maybe I'll just have to go back to the VOD and see what I did. And again, I don't think it'll show that. We've got random locations in this mission as well.
Depends on which mission you,
Yeah, all I really have to do is follow Reyna, so...
would rather do that than escort the blimp.
The Reyna mission was shorter.
Fair.
Will not fly the Asterozoa. We're in a hurry.
We've got places to go. People to kill.
Cookies to eat.
Cookies.
行きます
Cleared for takeoff.
Take this plane and fill it with cookies.
That's a mission I can get behind.
Tactical chocolate chip dispenser.
緊急事態だ
Emergency.
生命による
Anonymous thread, blah 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 blah. We gotta follow Reyna.
Inside.
Whoop!
I guess as long as you're targeting her.
I gotta stay close, and she's getting away.
ついてきてくれるの
There we go. Almost goofed that. I forgot she does that sort of funny duck leg. Okay, now we are in the mission theater. Just to change things up, I'm gonna go
冷戦
east
区域に
first.
ゼネラルリソースの偵察機を確認した攻撃してくるよう
You're
なら
not
反撃
supposed to
し
be
手をつけ
here.
Yeah, well, neither are they.
That they're who I meant.
Oh.
This is a demilitarized zone.
こんなところでどうして
Sir,
ゼネラルが出てく
sir,
るの
sir, sir. Well, screw that particular city street.
So, Reyna's voice actress is the voice of Mokona.
In Magic
Raider.
Knight Raider?
Yes.
That's a bit of a step up. You get actual dialogue now. Well done, that lady.
私のあなたのもの
Went
じゃ
from
哦
ない
Marshmallow Rabbit to Fighter Pilot, with admittedly not much of a personality.
あなたは
In Magic Knight Raider, the mascot character, which was sort of a, like, imagine an overstuffed stuffed rabbit with a ruby in its forehead. That was
And just
I know that because I watched Magic Knight Raider. They
me
tricked me into watching a magical girl show by having giant robots in it,
too.
and it worked.
In the chat,
Out of here, you nerd.
sort of a big round bunny with a big jewel in its head.
Yeah.
He caused problems.
Warning.
We really go places in this chat, don't we? 2 streams ago, we were talking about like chemistry and ethics and physics and things like that. Now we're talking about
Anime.
funny puffy rabbit.
I had 1 or 2 Magical Knight Raider wall scrolls when I was an itty bitty baby weeb.
Now you're a big adult with your own money.
Yes.
直ちに迎撃態勢を取れ
However, you are still like a baby in terms of weebishness compared to some people we know.
True.
Not gonna name any names, but they know who they are.
Yeah.
And you can find them at twitch.tv.
You can't even finish it.
Well, you started laughing.
You can't even finish your call out. But seriously, twitch.tv/CorbinTypist. He's good people.
Yes. We're having fun.
Yeah.
Just having a dang fool time. You're not even thinking about planes for a second there. I'm being derelict in my duties. I gotta shoot these guys down.
Hmm.
Oops. Objects in scope are closer than they appear. There we go. There's a gun kill. Finally. It's been 84 years.
Go.
I feel like anime merchandise tends to have very good quality.
I do not think that is an ironclad rule.
Not ironclad, no, but like especially compared to the kind of merch that you get for, you know, Western stuff. Like, you get a poster that's just a piece of paper with a picture on it, versus wall scrolls. You don't really see wall scrolls of anything of English or American fan bases.
That's true, but I have seen some raggedy-ass wall scrolls.
The ones I've got, though, have held up for years. And, like, I remember some of the plushies that I had being pretty good condition and whatnot.
Bingo.
One remaining.
Warning.
Warning. You're approaching me instead of running away. You're coming right to me.
You're making a JoJo reference.
Bitch, I might be.
You haven't even seen JoJo.
I have seen some of JoJo.
When?
Oh. Usually when I have insomnia. Okay. And then... Oh, right. We're not actually landing. We are landing. Okay.
Yeah. You do land for this one.
This is the easy landing. There's no, like, boat hull to smack into.
Yeah.
Although, I am pretty proud of that carrier landing we had a few minutes ago. That one went quite well.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
This is the easy one. Just keep your nose up. Throttle down about here. And... pretty as a picture.
Excellent.
Nice.
And you... let's see. Yeah, you're right before where we were. So, you can drop the save here and then do another run of Scylla and Charybdis. So that was a pretty quick one, I think.
Yeah. We must submit a report. Okay, well. Let's see. Save state. There it is. We have saved a state.
There's always growing pains when you're playing with something new.
I think I need another new save file. So we'll put it here.
Because you need the file for the Scion swap and then file for
this one.
Yeah. For spare or kill Fiona.
We're in a hurry. Go, go, go.
なんか変じゃないか。なんで俺たちだけしか護衛機がいないんだ。いくら極秘にしてもおかしいと思うだろう。
しっかりしなさい。クラークソン代表はしっかりガードするから、二人は空を頼むわよ。
Engage.
Don't forget to escort.
Yep. I remember.
General Bandits.
Hey, I got it.
Nice shot.
Ha. Finally.
こうやって捨てるなんてすっかりバレバレじゃねえか。
This is probably... Oh, we did it! I got it! Man. It's going great. Can't wait for it to go sideways somehow. Let's see. Can't target the Zion. Just gonna have to...
Nope.
Just gonna have to let him alone. Whoops.
Have to be his friend. For now.
The Zion is no friend of mine. If I could, I'd blast him to smithereens right here.
He's gonna have to be your friend at one point.
Yeah, I know. The things I do in the name of entertainment.
Bullseye.
All those missiles go off cockeyed. Just coming up over passing them. And you are way over there. Eric, are you doing the thing, or am
Nope.
I in trouble?
I doubt he's doing the thing,
He's
but
not, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
But it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. There's just a little tiny scratch, that's all. Okay.
Decide.
So long, idiot.
Bullseye.
こちら NEU ユーピオ専用機を制空圏内へ誘導します
Oh, landed pretty much right on the bell.
yeah.
空中
It's
給油を
late,
受け
that
て
ain't
ください
bad.
機体を適正な位置に合わせ安定させてください
Refuel.
Crawl up on this refueling craft. There's the drogue. A little closer. A little closer.
There you go. That's refueling.
Mm-hmm. Just stuff it right in there.
Yeah.
We don't need a nozzle. What are you talking about? Just, just jam it in there like a straw. Well, that went away. Mostly all right, aside from that one technical hiccup. So with that, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us
Yeah.
tonight.
Thank y'all. In the meantime, our buddy Radical Eddie has started doing some Hades just a minute ago, so we'll send over to him.
Oh, that'll be a good time. Enjoy
Yeah.
that, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.